TimberTech. Timber Tough cutting guide. It's got a couple of set screws, 3 that go on the blade of the saw. Set up for a 2x4. Some question as to where to put this, and I think we'll put it where we had it before. Okay, so now we've got something that can pivot nicely. Or not. Here you'll see we get started with the TimberTech chainsaw cutting guide, and I wanted to put a little timestamp on this to give you an idea of the real-time cutting time for this guide. This was a fairly fresh chain on this inexpensive Chinese chainsaw, and I actually made the mistake of letting the chain hit the guide a couple of times. So you'll see some cuts in here where I stopped, and that was to adjust some things, put a wedge in my cut, and also to make sure my chain wasn't hitting the guide. So as you can see, there's a timestamp in the lower right, and you'll see this go through until we make our cut. We're cutting a piece of black cherry. It's actually a really heavy and dense piece of wood, although we're just cutting about a 5-inch wide piece off the edge here. You'll see at the end of the video we show the final cut with 2 sides. We still have the 2x4 attached to the last side that needs to be cut to make our little 4x4 timber. But it'll give you some idea of how long it actually takes to get through this. I would definitely recommend a smaller saw. The 22-inch bar on this saw was completely unnecessary and kind of got in the way. So in addition to stopping to make sure we weren't getting a pinch with our slab that we're cutting, we also stopped to move the end board so that we didn't have to cut through the end support piece, and we could just get our bar through the end cut. So we'll let this run, and if you are considering a purchase of this for just a couple of cuts, it's really a simple, inexpensive, I think $25 to $35 at Amazon.com. Should see a link in the description. And it's really worth it if you just have a few cuts to make. As you can see, the benches behind were cut with that. We did a split log, split down the middle, and just made those split benches for the fire pit area. And if you just have a couple of cuts, I'd say go for it. Certainly as good as the ones that you see on there for about $120 from some of the main brands. So if you see it on Amazon for about $25 to $35, it's worth the purchase. Really hard to go wrong. Simple to use, and flexible because it can use a 2x4 or a 2x6. So if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Put them in the comments below. And if you want to see something or have a question about how to attach it or how it works, just let me know and I'd be happy to answer. Thanks for watching, and hope this helps with your purchase decision.